welcome to my channel, Exploring and Bottle Collecting Jimmy. I don't have any new videos to load up today, as I was too late to go out this morning. It was really nice this morning, and then I went out after lunch and it started to rain, so I got all the way out to the bottle site and started just hammering down rain. So I do have some more bottle videos from yesterday. I haven't released them yet, but I do have some more. But I thought I would do a little roundup of some of the bottles I got yesterday. This is in here. This is a cork top medicine bottle, pharmacy bottle. And then I got another cork top medicine bottle, pharmacy. And then this one here was an odd one. This was Raleigh's. The first one I found this size. So, still doing a bit of research on it. As you can see, it's an early screw top, as it has, you look carefully, my finger is right there. The rings do not join all the way around. There's spaces. So this is an early one, probably in the 30s, maybe even the 20s, 1920s, 1930s. And of course, I got this one here, Listerine. Has the cap on it still, all cleaned out. And this was a Canadian bottle, and it was manufactured in it was Lambton's company. It just says Canada Limited, so I believe it was probably manufactured in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. But I like to keep these. These are embossed with Listerine there. And this one here, I would say, is in the 1930s. This one right here is another one of those early screw top machine one. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. There's the space. So that's an early one. And this one here is Ruddles Limited. So this was probably like liniment for your back, arthritis. It could possibly have been even cough syrup, or what they considered cough syrup. And it is such. There you go. There you are. I'll put some water in there. So this one here is another one of those cough syrup. As you can see, it's cloudy. Well, it was in good shape when I brought it home, but I guess when I brought it in, it was cold, and I guess I put it in the water too soon and broke it. So, I mean, it's not worth a lot of money, so and I've already got them. And this one here, this one is still amazing. I've not figured out what this is. Now, you look at the top, and what some research I have been doing, it looks like it's from a pickle jar, like a canning jar, and there would have been like a glass lid with like a metal bar across the top would have locked it in place. But if anybody does know what this is, for sure, because I'm not 100%, I haven't found the exact one. Could you let me know? Leave it in the comment section below. It's in perfect condition. As you can see, it has on the bottom patent. What it says in the bottom is patent applied for, and then it has bottle number 351. So a patent was applied for this. So I scoured online, I looked in my books, I can't find this anywhere. This has got me stumped. So those are the ones I brought home. Oh, one second. Stepped on the cat's tail. I did bring these home. These are gin pills, gin kidney pills, and they were 1940s. They probably made them earlier, but this tin is from the 1940s. So I got a good bottom. The top was corroded, but the bottom was good. So the top is fairly good here. So but the bottom is a hole on it. So I'm going to take this top and put it on this bottom and have kind of a nice little display piece. So for people that ask if I bring tins home, I do. Just not all the time, because like to find them in this good shape. I mean, this is, considering that this came from like a foot underground, it's been there for 80 years, it's in real good shape to even have the paint on it. So, and then my last one I found was this Noxzema glass cobalt blue, and it's in good shape. So I always bring the cobalt blues home. So I've had a few questions lately. When I'm out digging, people will say, well, you know, how do I know what this is? Well, I do research, that's how I know. And I also buy, when I go to garage sales or flea markets, whenever, and I find a good, like, bottles like this at a real good price. So you'll see that they're identical. There, as you can see, this one's like the next size down. But if you look at the style of glass, the pattern, it's identical. This one has not been cleaned out. Just, this is how I bought it. And this is the label. Not very fancy. And this one was from F.T. Garbutt Druggist, Kincardine, Ontario. So that's the label, type of label this would have had. And it would have been on the front, just very simple. That's it. So this is how I know what some of these bottles are when I pull them on the ground, is I've already have them with labels on them. Like, this is a little spice jar. Now, how I know what this is, of course, it has paper label on it. I got this at a garage sale this year. It's a cork top. I don't think it's that old. Could be from the 1940s, maybe even the 50s. Because they were still making cork top bottles in the 1950s. And when you look at the tip of it, the cap, it looks like it's probably from the 50s, 40s, 50s. And another one is Vaseline. This one here is an old one. It was actually given to me 1960s, Vaseline. So basically, even though this is 1960s, if I see older jars while I'm digging that resemble this, chances are it's Vaseline or something similar. Now you'd think a big bottle like this would have a big label, but no. There's your little label. Like back in years ago, people were more concerned about what was in the bottle instead of how pretty it looked. So the labels were simple. You got the message, you got the name of the company, what it was, and what it was used for. That was it. They could do all that in one little simple label, save a lot of money. They didn't have to put a whole full label down the bottle. And it was just very simple, just put it on. So that's what I do. Now, this is a beer bottle. I did find one yesterday. I didn't bring it home. It was in another section. I had to go back. There was some more bottles I was going to bring home, but didn't manage to get there. And how I know it's a beer bottle. It's not the same age, of course. This is a beer bottle. Probably 1940s, 1850s. And like I see these plain ones in the dump, but that's what the label would look like. So basically what I'm saying is do your research, study. Like I also have these old books. Now my Uncle John, who was an antique dealer, he helped write this book, and it's a Canadian book, and it has Canadian ginger beers, Canadian medicine bottles, early ones. These ones here would be 1900s or older. And there's some milk bottles and wire top canning jars, and also had the different companies in Ontario. Example, Timothy Eaton Company in Toronto, and then you had Dr. Bell's Medical Wonder Medicine that was made in Kingston, Ontario, and you had Dr. Chase's Liver Cure was made in Toronto, and it was sold by the box. And then you had Nasal Balm was made in Brockville, Ontario, and R.R. Radway and Company was made Montreal, Canada. And that they actually say when this bottle here was made in Montreal, Canada, that was dark amethyst bottle. So and then Burdock Blood Bitters. Now I found them last year. I actually found 3 in one bottle site. If you've been a long time subscriber, you'll know I found them. And it was Burdock Blood Bitters was manufactured by T. Milburn and Company in Toronto, Ontario, and even have that the bottle was aqua. So you get these old books. Like I said, Malcolm helped write this one. There's some inkwells that were manufactured in Ontario. Gin bottles. I actually have both of those actually. And unusual bottles. And then it has your fruit jars. And also, like I said, these books, you can't go with the prices, because the prices are, like this book was in 1980, I think. But it has a lot of information. I mean, even if you're not collecting everything in this book, just to have it for the bottles is a good thing, because a lot of this stuff you can't find using just plain Google or Yahoo. Also, you can go on to Facebook has a lot of bottle collecting pages, Bottle Diggers and Ontario Bottle Diggers and stuff like that. Go to those sites, join them, There's a lot of collectors in there. They will try to, if you post a bottle, they'll probably try to buy it if it's a rare one. But other than that, if you have any questions about anything that you've seen in this video or any questions you want to ask me, I do try to answer all the comments I get. So if you have any comments, put them down below. Other than that, click here, here, and here for the next video, and click the center to subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.